Welcome, sports fans, to our 5th edition of BCAA Playmakers. My name is Shawn, Cerra, Director of Athletics and Student Activities for Broward County Schools. And once again, we're joined by the legend.
Can't get rid of me.
Larry Blustein.
He's
back.
He's every
back
day
to talk District 14 7A. Coach, what do you got?
It's a lot more than St. Thomas, and I'll tell you why. First of all, let's plug those great weight rooms that the entire county is getting, but in this district alone, Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale, wow. Coach Dunbar had a big voice in what we put in there, and I think they're pretty pleased. I know that they've been working out more efficiently, getting a lot of the time in there that they want to without losing it on the field.
Yep.
So, and Blanche Ely was the very first weight room that we put in.
Yeah.
And they've been putting it to good work with their new head coach over there.
Fort Lauderdale, let's talk about that program since we started there. The oldest program in the county. This is a program well over 100 years now. Their football program back in the day, just like Miami High. They were the only game in town. They got all the kids that moved into the area. Times change, but this program is being run by somebody who went there, who knows. Coach Dunbar is just as you mentioned, he's such a rah-rah guy, and every year now for the last 6 years he's had a major college kid, and they get it done academically. You check out all the GPAs on that football team, and there's no arguing that these kids all belong not only in there from the classroom standpoint, which their parents want them to go to Fort Lauderdale. You don't realize that is a very good school. Tremendous academic school, well-run, great administration, outstanding athletic department, and you know that.
I couldn't agree more. A great mentor, just a family man, has created a culture there that a lot of our student athletes are pretty proud to be flying L's.
You mentioned Blanche Ely, new head coach, Coach Wimberly. He came in there with a lot of fire and desire. You know that when things are going good, Shawn, at Blanche Ely, everything's good around the county because this is a program that has always been around the top. You check back in the early 80s, and we were just talking about some of those teams with the passing, unfortunately, of Tyrone Moss and his uncle who played in this county and was one of the best ones as well. This is a program that's so steeped in tradition. The community is immersed in this school. Obviously, over the last 5 to 10 years, things haven't been in that championship mode, but I think times are changing. You know that kids transfer out, but if you look at a community-based school like this, you can't lose. You have a lot of athletes. You feed off of 5 youth feeder programs that are within 5 miles of the school. This program is on the rise. They are no longer just looking for the Soul Bowl at the end of the year. They feel they can jump in there and maybe not beat St. Thomas, but at least rattle them a little bit to get a playoff spot. And obviously, we leave the best to the last. And a team that missed out on the state championship last year. And this is a program that's has always been happy to be a BCA member. They wear it proud, and they do a lot of great things. They've carried that flag for this BCA for a lot of years, and certainly this year's no exception. If you've been to a practice, this is one of the most talented teams I've been around. Coach Harriet, Coach Smith is always out there for every game. They are not taking anything easy this year. They missed out on Orlando last year. They open up with DeMatha High School, a traditional national power from Hyattsville, Maryland. They play Miami Central. They play Deerfield. They play Miramar. They're not ducking anybody at all. They're out there, and and their 2 district teams are going to be competitive. As well as I do. This is a marquee program. Just got a nice scoreboard too. I saw them put that in.
Yeah,
so
they needed that too.
I think this is going to be all about what Fort Lauderdale and Ely can do as far as making strides to at least get a playoff. As you know, in our last segment we talked about West Broward and those schools those are the schools that they have to compete against to get into the playoffs, especially them in the Southern Palm Beach County teams. So if you can win 5 or 6 games this year, either Ely or Fort Lauderdale, you may have a shot.
I couldn't agree more. So District 14 7A. Can we get 2 teams in the playoffs? Maybe 3.
It's going to be challenging.
Hey.
It's going to be challenging because, like we said, it's never easy, but I think that they could do it. I'm excited, Shawn, for our next segment because I think it's the most competitive top-to-bottom district that we have in the BCA, and that's 12-8A.
I'm with you. So we'll be back tomorrow to discuss District 12 8A.